Hello, everyone. I'm Tom.
And I'm Kate. Welcome back to VocabJamEnglish.
If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and join us every week.
This channel will have conversations on a single theme.
Today's topic is the shipping container that changed the world.
And of course, we'll introduce some great English vocabulary along the way.
Oh, and if you want to see subtitles, please turn them on in the settings.
That's right. You can switch them on anytime to help with understanding.
There will be a quiz about the conversation at the end.
So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's dive into today's talk.
Kate, have you ever thought about how goods from overseas arrive in American stores?
By ship, I guess?
Yeah, but actually, what brought a huge change was the shipping container.
You mean those big metal boxes we often see at ports?
Exactly. They really changed the way global trade works.
Really? That sounds a bit exaggerated.
It's true. Before containers, goods were carried one by hand. For example, workers had to lift wooden boxes or bags using ropes and nets to load them onto ships. Inside the ship, they had to arrange everything carefully so nothing moved during the trip. If things fell over, it could be a disaster. And loading or unloading could take hours or even days.
Wow. So what happened?
A man named McLean came up with a brilliant idea.
Who's that?
He was a trucking company owner in the 1950s. He thought, why not put goods in a box that goes directly from truck to ship?
That sounds so simple.
Simple, but revolutionary. With containers, you didn't have to move each item separately. For example, a factory fills a container, sends it to the port by truck, and then it's lifted directly onto a ship. When it arrives, the same container goes onto another truck without opening it. That made loading and unloading much faster. And fewer workers were needed, so labor costs dropped a lot.
How much?
Costs dropped by over 90%. Labor and time were massively reduced.
That must have affected workers at the ports a lot.
Yes, many lost their jobs. But products around the world became cheaper.
So a small change had a big impact on the whole economy?
Exactly. It made globalization possible.
Did everyone accept it right away?
Not at all. Unions resisted, and switching from the old way was tough.
But eventually, people got used to it?
Yeah. Standardized containers became the norm. The size of containers was unified worldwide, mostly 20 or 40 feet long. That means ships, trucks, and cranes are all built to fit those sizes with no waste.
I guess it helped developing countries too.
Absolutely. Factories moved to Asia because shipping became easier.
I see. Thanks to containers, products made far away can reach us easily.
Right. Without containers, that wouldn't be possible.
Did ships change too?
Of course. Special ships were built just to carry containers efficiently.
Sounds like a system designed for mass transport.
Exactly. Speed and volume are everything.
But relying too much on trade can be risky, right?
True. It's convenient, but now we depend on getting things from overseas.
Like daily goods and food?
Exactly. When container shipping stops, chaos follows.
So containers made global delivery easier, but also made us more dependent?
That's right. Delays in Asia once caused shortages in the US.
It really shows how connected we all are.
And how fragile that connection can be.
So McLean's idea made us wealthier, but also more vulnerable?
That's a good summary.
I had no idea a metal box had so much power.
I think it's the most underrated invention of the 20th century.
I always knew we got products from overseas. but I never knew the whole system behind it. This is really eye-opening.
Yeah. Many things in stores today wouldn't be there without containers.
I'll never look at those metal boxes the same way again.
And that's exactly how it should be.
Thanks, Tom. That was super interesting.
All right. Now it's time for our vocabulary corner.
Yes. In this section, we'll pick some words from today's conversation and explain them in a simple and easy to understand way.
Container.
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 A container is a big box. People use it to carry many things at once. It is strong and can be moved by trucks or ships. Similar words: box, crate. Box is more common for home use. Container is for bigger or more official use. Example: we put all the toys in a big container.
Exaggerated.
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 If something is exaggerated, it sounds bigger or stronger than it really is. People say it in a big way, but it's not all true. Similar words: overstated, dramatic. Overstated is more formal. Dramatic can be used for strong feelings or action. Example: he said the fish was huge, but I think he exaggerated.
Globalization.
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 Globalization means countries are connected. They trade, talk, and share things around the world. Similar words: international trade, worldwide. International trade is part of globalization. Worldwide means all around the world, but doesn't include sharing ideas. Example: thanks to globalization, we can buy chocolate from many countries.
Norm.
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 A norm is something normal or usual. It's what most people do, or what is expected. Similar words: standard, custom. Standard is an official rule or level. Custom means something people do because of tradition. Example: wearing shoes inside the house is normal in some places, but not the norm in others.
Unified.
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 Unified means made into one. Many parts become one group or system. Similar words: combined, joined. Combined means put together. Unified is stronger, it means fully working as one. Example: the teacher unified the two classes for the big project.
Chaos follows.
Chaos follows.
Chaos follows.
Chaos follows means things go crazy after something happens. Everything gets messy or confusing. Similar words: trouble comes, problems start. Trouble comes is more general. Chaos follows sounds like many things go wrong fast. Example: if the internet stops at school, chaos follows.
All right. It's time for the quiz corner.
In this section, we'll ask questions based on today's conversation.
1. What idea did Malcolm McLean have? A. To build faster ships. B. To move goods by airplane. C. To use boxes that go from truck to ship. Correct answer, C. To use boxes that go from truck to ship. 2. What happened before containers were used? A. Goods were moved by robots. B. Goods were carried one by hand. C. Containers were already standardized. Correct answer, B. Goods were carried one by hand. 3. What was one effect of using containers? A. Labor costs increased. B. It took longer to unload ships. C. Fewer workers were needed. Correct answer, C. Fewer workers were needed. 4. What size are most containers today? A. 10 or 15 feet. B. 20 or 40 feet. C. 50 or 60 feet. Correct answer, B. 20 or 40 feet. 5. What is one risk of depending too much on trade? A. Chaos can happen if shipping stops. B. Too many people get jobs. C. Ports become bigger and better. Correct answer, A. Chaos can happen if shipping stops.
Alright, we're coming to the end of today's episode.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out.
Alright, see you in the next episode.
See you next time.